and welcome viewers. I am Pia and you're watching NewsX World. We are continuing our coverage of the SCO summit in Tianjin in China. We're now learning that the SCO has adopted the Tianjin Declaration, reaffirming member states' strong stance against terrorism, separatism and extremism. The declaration condemns the April 22 terrorist attack that had taken place in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir in India, and it expressed deepest sympathy to the victims' families, stressing that perpetrators and sponsors must be brought to justice. Member states have emphasized the leading role of sovereign states in countering terrorism. They have rejected double standards and called on the international community to fight cross-border terrorism. The declaration also recognized India's initiatives, including the 5th SCO Startup Forum, the 20th SCO Think Tank meeting, and the SCO Study Center at the ICWA, highlighting efforts in science, innovation, culture and humanitarian exchanges. The declaration has also strongly condemned the military strikes by Israel and the United States against Iran in June 2025, noting that attacks on civilian targets, including nuclear infrastructure, have violated international law and have undermined global security. They noted that the physical nuclear safety and security of nuclear facilities must be ensured on a permanent basis, including during periods of armed conflict, in order to protect the population and the environment from harm. In this regard, they reaffirmed their commitment to diplomatic initiatives aimed at the peaceful resolution of issues that have arisen. That's not all. The Republic of Belarus, Islamic Republic of Iran, Republic of Kazakhstan, the Kyrgyz Republic, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Russian Federation, Republic of Tajikistan and Republic of Uzbekistan have in fact reaffirmed their support for China's Belt and Road Initiative, noting that the ongoing work on the joint implementation of this project, including efforts to align the development of the Eurasian Economic Union and BRI. Member states have meanwhile opposed unilateral coercive measures, including those of economic nature that contravene the UN Charter and other norms of international law, the rules and principles of the World Trade Organization, damaging the interests of international security, including food and energy components, negatively affecting the global economy, undermining fair competition, hindering international cooperation and the achievement of UN Sustainable Development Goals. Member states have also noted the initiative to develop an agreement on trade within the SCO. So these are some of the key points of the Tianjin Declaration. Meanwhile, joining us on the broadcast, the Major General Dr. Rajan Kochar, Senior Strategic and Defense Expert from New Delhi. We also have with us Professor Jim Rice. He's a Professor of International Law, joining us from the Philippines. I'd like to go across to Major General Kochar first. I've read out some of the key points that have been highlighted in the Tianjin Declaration that has been adopted by the SCO member states. First up, and this is a major point because it was not really discussed last time around during the SCO Defense Ministers meeting. The April 22 terrorist attack that had taken place in Pahalgam, in which 26 innocent people had lost their lives, that has now been strongly condemned by the SCO member states. This of course comes after when India's Defense Minister Rajnath Singh was in China. Back then, the declaration that the defense ministers had put forth did not have any mention of Pahalgam. So Rajnath Singh refused to sign that document. What do you make of its inclusion this time around? Does it come as the India-China relationship is thawing? Is this sort of an olive branch that China has made to India? And what does this mean for Pakistan?
Thank you, Pia. Very, very interesting news in the morning, right? And a welcome step. I think because the SCO, the origin of SCO is based on counter terrorism and a fight against terrorism. And it's a collective effort of all the members of the SCO. And I'm glad that the concept of SCO, the very purpose it was formed for, has been vindicated today. In spite of, as you rightly said, there were certain quarters who didn't want this statement as a part of the joint statement. Our Defense Minister Rajnath Singh also refused to sign a joint statement which did not have a mention of this. So it is a very, very strong message especially to those people who have carried out the Pahalgam attack, and we are aware who are those. So that is a point, because if you remember, after Pahalgam, we had Operation Sindoor, and after Operation Sindoor, we had Operation Mahadev. And in Operation Mahadev in the valley, we were able to liquidate three terrorists who were part of the Pahalgam attack. So this would be significant, because I'm actually mentioning this here because it is significant to build up a strong case for India now in international forums, because the identity of these three terrorists have been established. Their linkages with their handlers in Pakistan have been established. The complexity or the complicity of the ISI and the Pakistan army has also been established. So, in case we have these kind of evidences available to us, and the fact that a joint statement is emanating, all members of the SCO are in agreement that terrorism is a menace, and it is not for one country or two countries, it is for the entire humanity. So I think uh, that would be a very, very strong statement. And as you said, that India thaw in the relationship with China, definitely it contributes. You see, when you have good relationships, you will find there will be cooperation in all fields. And definitely this has contributed. I have absolutely no doubt uh, that the realization must come. See, it's not, it may be happen, it may happen to India today, tomorrow it can happen to any country. And what we are seeing is uh, we have also seen what is happening in Gaza. We also seen what happened on 7th of October with Israel. So all these are live examples in front of you, and unless we collectively stand, there'll be no deterrence. You see, these countries who are promoting terrorism today, what is the deterrence? They're out of the FATF grey list. They are getting the IMF loans. They are getting assistance from the World Bank. So there is no deterrence of any kind on this country. And I think India should take it up from now onwards with the support of the SCO, with the ratification of the SCO for this anti-terrorism thing. And my last point is the other aspects of the war of which happened between Israel and Iran, and I'm glad that there is a condemnation on that. And the last point is about trade, because see this SCO, uh, most of the countries here, especially the Central Asian republics, have joined the SCO basically to improve their own economy, to improve the trade of their country. And the Belt Road Initiative, I believe so, has been helping them a lot. So I think China is pushing its own agenda also. Being a leader of the SCO summit here, China is pushing its own agenda of trade. It would also be discussing Afghanistan also, because China is trying to expand into Afghanistan, where the CPEC is going to come up, and it will be extension of the CPEC in Pakistan. So I think overall, uh, as far as terrorism is concerned, I think I welcome this statement.
All right, so apologies for interjecting. I request you to hold on to your thoughts, because I will be addressing all of these major highlights point by point as well. I'd like to rope in Professor Jim Rice into the discussion. Professor Rice, there are some interesting videos circulating on social media that were recorded at the summit. Yesterday evening, after the dinner was held in Tianjin, when the Chinese president was leading the Russian president away, we'd seen that the Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif had reached out to Xi Jinping, but somehow he was ignored. And today as well, there was another very interesting visual as the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in deep conversation with the Russian president. We can see that photograph on our screen, Shehbaz Sharif in the background, not looking very happy. We do know that when Operation Sindoor successfully neutralized 9 terror camps and 11 Pakistani air bases after Pakistan escalated the fight. They ended up approaching the United States of America in order to reach out to India, in order to establish a channel to reach out to India. Meanwhile, we do know that the Chinese, during this entire process, they were ignored. In the meantime, the reputation of Chinese air defense systems such as the HQ-9, that was dented as well. So did all of this make Xi Jinping miffed? And is the inclusion of the condemnation of the Pahalgam terror attack a diplomatic win for India? All right, there seems to be an issue at Professor Rice's end. Meanwhile, I'd like to take that question with Major General Rajat Kochar, sir, if you could answer that.
To Jim, okay. The thing is that this Pakistan, all this body language you are actually mentioning, I would like to comment on this body language. This body language means a lot. You see, very few people observe the handshakes, the patting on the shoulder, and the hugging of each other. You know, it reflects your emotions with the other you person, and it reflects on the relationship you enjoy with the other countries. If you take a comparison, the way Z and Modi met, and the way the handshakes were being done, it was Z who was actually shaking Modi's hands a number of times, uh, rather than the other way around, because normally Prime Minister Modi does that. So that was an indication that Z wants
Once
to
again,
come.
for interjecting you, I'm so sorry. It seems that there were earlier connectivity issues with my colleague and our senior executive editor, Megha Sharma, but she's joined us on the broadcast.